What's up, fellas? Haven't been doing videos in a couple days, but I want to come back here and talk about something from the quarters coverage. And somebody made a comment, and I appreciated that comment. And he had said, you know, what about play recognition? What about man coverage, awareness, things like that? Does that make a difference when it comes to maybe covering some of the routes, especially by the quarter flat defenders? So here I'm gonna give an example of same play. This is verticals. That quarter flat defender to the left of the screen should be covering the running back here. He's basically matched up on him wherever he goes. So there's an example. I'm just gonna let the play run. You got Billy Wagner, who is on the right hand side. He's the three receiver hook player, and then you have the quarter flat defender, which is a new guy. He's a second year player. Not the best player in the world, but he's not the worst either. He pretty much has average ratings, average 70 something in all the categories that we just talked about. I'm just going to watch him because he's the one that should take the running back to the flat. And you're going to see in a couple examples here, the running back on the bingo route, which is just basically a route where you come across the ball opposite of where you came from. Here, he does take him. So I want to just watch and see how many times he actually grabs this guy, how many times he matches this guy. Does it make a difference if I made it so that Billy Wagner was in that position? And you see, he is taking him a good amount. There are some times where he is not taking him. Technique-wise, the game needs to be fixed. I'm pretty sure when they tighten up the coverage responsibilities for everybody in this game, guys are going to do their responsibility a lot faster. But the first thing you see the problem is that he backs up. He backs up into that kind of hook curl mentality to start, or he should just be sitting there like almost playing man-to-man. He shouldn't be backing up because there's way too much room. He's not going to be able to catch that guy when he does go across the field. So this is just an example of how you can beat cover 4 at a 3x1 right now base. But let me get one more play here and then see what happens. We see a play like that where like nobody covers him. Okay. All right, so let's flip let's see if we can flip the offense here. Make Billy Wagner the guy who's the quarter flat defender who has to defend the same route. I'm gonna see what we get a little bit of a difference here. Let's see what happens. All right, so coming from the opposite side here, Billy Wagner is that quarter flat defender. Now, I did see this once from the other example where the middle linebacker and the quarter flat defender switched their responsibilities. I want to see what happens. Look at Billy. Billy's a lot closer, not just mobility-wise, but he's not backing up as far, and he is playing that guy, the running back on the bingo route. Let's see what happens here again. Bingo route. Not the best result there. Let's see what happens here. I'll let these things play through a little bit. This is just computer play here. Wasn't good there. So right now it looks like there are some good examples of Billy Wagner playing a little bit tighter coverage, but not all the time. There goes an example where both guys basically were going to switch and go get the running back. But the problem is the running back is wide open for too long. Let me get another one here, see what happens. Yeah, I mean, that one looks like, again, Billy was going to switch with the other linebacker, the average linebacker. So that's something I did notice, that if Billy Wagner is the quarter flat defender, he basically like tells the other guy, hey, help me out, you take him and I'll switch with you. So awareness does come into play a little bit there. I'm gonna do one last test here. I'm actually gonna change up who is on the field. So I'm gonna put Jamal Adams at safety. At linebacker, excuse me, at sub linebacker. Okay, so I'm going to put him with Billy Wagner. Now, Jamal Adams, when you look at their ratings, this is based off the rosters we have right now, the base stock game rosters. He is a lot better cover guy. He has the awareness in the 90s, he has the play recognition in the 90s, and he also has man coverage, which I think is 90. So let's see how those two guys work together. Let's see if there's any difference, okay? I'm going to run the same play. I'm going to have two X factors sitting there in the box. And it looks like that was going to be another switch, but I don't know if Adams just didn't switch because the ball was thrown. But it looks like they're playing with more awareness. It looks like that right off the bat. There goes an example where nobody covered him. Again, we're looking at the running back going to the right flat on the bingo route. Or you know, an opposite of a table route. Anyway, nobody, again, it looks like Wagner was going to take him, and then he just stopped running with him. But they are playing with a little bit more awareness here. That's the thing that's kind of interesting. You see how they're kind of being aggressive? They're not flying back right away, and they are coming down, like basically talking to each other, almost communicating like, hey, what should we do? Let's watch 2 or 3 more. Now we got both guys chasing him, which in this case isn't the worst thing in the world, because again, the 3 receiver hook player is not responsible for 3 vertical. That's the backside safety. That's the free safety responsibility. Here goes an example where nobody covered him. It looks like Jamal Adams kind of went over towards him late. One more example here. Nobody covered him. So, you know, there's still a mess in the game. It's still, I want to say a mess up, but there's still a technical issue with the guys not playing tight enough. But it does seem like if you have guys who are better football players, you do get a little bit better result. You get a little bit better match coverage with the quarter flat defender in this situation, or maybe even the 3 hook player if they switch responsibilities. So not fixed, but better. So just like I'm sure anybody would have come up with the summary, with the summation, that basically if you have better players, you're going to get better results. I guess that's pretty obvious, but in this case, it might be needed if you do want to play quarters coverage, or you need to go and grab that player who's covering the running back, basically, who's matching the running back, and go do his job correctly. All right, that's all we got for now, and I'll put out some more videos here soon on some other coverages. Cover 6, I'll probably go to palms next. I'll go to cover 4 palms, then I'll go to cover 6, cover 9, and then maybe we'll get into some cover 2s later. All right, talk to y'all later, man. Peace.